there are thousands of people. There are thousands of people in Sydney who've just been through a few hard knocks and they've ended up unemployed. There are thousands of them out there. They live in socio-economic lower areas. They have a big problem because they don't have access to transport to get a job. They might have access through a charity that's actually going to introduce them to getting a job, or they might get a job through their own circles. But this is a problem. They can't get transport. They've either live somewhere where there's no public transport, or they're not in any kind of community that can drive them, like they're not a part of a really close family. So this is our problem. Now, the challenge is to bridge this gap and to actually get these people to work with a transport system. Now, Mission Australia have been working on this. They've been using a manual matching system, the employment staff there, right? A clunky Excel spreadsheet, right? It's really serving a need because they have got statistics that show that one person, by driving people in the neighbourhood, was able to get 5 people full-time jobs from one of these areas. Now, our solution is we are going to upscale these results, providing them with technology and an automated system. And what our system is called Driverr. We've developed it over this week and we've made a prototype. So it's a mobile and phone-based app that is going to make it easier. So it's going to make it easier for three groups of people. Firstly, it's the employment officers at charities like Mission Australia. Secondly, it's going to be the general public, these people who can actually upload their own information and requests on a massive scale. And thirdly, it's going to help employers. So these are the employers who will use this kind of automated system to send out so they can then get people to work for them and we get people back into full-time work. So we're excited about it, and Justus is going to talk us through how the app works.
Okay, just a quick word on validation before. So obviously there's a problem to be solved. We know that there's a solution because Mission Australia is actually using it already. Our idea is to scale it up now, so get it out there and actually have people that are not involved with Mission Australia at the moment to get the chance to actually give somebody a ride to work. And so we went out and asked people on the street, especially people who are living in the western suburbs, are they willing to get out of their way about 10 minutes to pick somebody up and bring them to work. And surprisingly, 80% actually said that they would be willing to do so. Okay, and now I'm gonna just show you what we've done so far with the app and also give you an idea of where we think the evolution of that app is gonna go to. So you can see here we've used Strikingly and another solution to because we didn't have a developer on board. Just to show you something on how easy this could actually be done and how easy it could be to actually collect the data and help Mission Australia in the first step. So this is Driverr. Simply enough, you can go to the website. We've got, for both parts of the market, we've got forms for drivers, so you can go in, put in all the information that we need to verify where you live, where do you go to work. Same for passengers, so people who are in need to actually get to work, and we can then match them up. So I'm not going to go through the forms now, just because of time. But on the website as well, that we've put information on to, first of all, explain what Driverr actually is, build a bit of trust to the site, so people are actually willing to put in their information. We've got a couple of nice big call to actions, because everybody loves a big button to click on. And then on the very bottom, we've basically included about 10 questions that we came across in the last week, where people were asking, what it is, do I get money for it, and what's in it for me? First of all, obviously, you're doing something good for your community. That's the first thing that should work. But the second thing is, Mission Australia, for example, is actually giving out fuel vouchers. So, you're not only doing something good for your community, you can do something good for your pocket as well, so something in it for you. And now, just as a last step, I just want to give you an idea. Sorry for the scrolling. I'll give you an idea of where we think Driverr should be going. At the moment, The good thing is we know there's a problem. We know we can solve it for Mission Australia. So that's the first thing. The first step of the evolution will be build an internal system, data entry like you've seen here. We build it on Rails where we can actually pull out the data at the end, match the people automatically, and then still have Mission Australia employees at the moment to make it simple. Look at those connections that I find, and then make the actual scheduling of those rides manually, just to keep it simple. Second step would be the extension to Mission Australia employee partners. So at the moment they're talking to a lot of employers. The employers could get an easy email template that they can send out to employees. Employees are most likely to pick somebody up because they're going to the same employer. If there's somebody in the neighborhood, that's an easy match. And the last one would be automation of the ride scheduling. And that's where we go down the path of actually creating an app that's very simple, very similar to a carpooling app. Done.